written on and scroll, shone on me a phone tenfold. Bold like the beautiful black, grab a hold of this love, this cosmic dust, and spread it through the crowd among us, bust like pimple. To the people, yes, navigate through the crowd, loud like trees. Rashana Miabi, Tifi B.E.We, Anunnaki, 4 Point came together, B. Knew that, seen that, now you know it. Yesterday, I shit the poet, should I show it? Lady in my life, woman, where are you? So we can stand grand, hand in hand, and plan orders new, the world sorta, the bullshit out like laundry. Our bounty, beautiful lady, goddess, queen, in that seat beside me. We be free, Anunnaki, all through space, all through time, the human race seated, DNA needed, a boost, came down to you, but you don't know, now you knew, Rashana Mir, a representation of that's love. 24, grab a hold of the white shroud, tail coat, yo, feather, fly. I'm the guy, gone. You know why?
What's going down, everybody?
Dirt in your eye, alive. Virtual Jesus, why do this to us? Teach this to us. Why it's us, not new us. I don't know us like the language I just spoke. Made up young.
Well,
God in me, in thee.
I'm on the way
show
right
the
now.
World how to be.
See what's going down.
Those that go down in the grave coming up no more. Spirit yo.
These valleys.
Though can go to the top.
Gotta pull over
be
though right
judged.
quick.
Hopefully you won't get recycled back through the spiritual mulch, folks. I'm talking to you, not like the gang sign though. I'm in this bitch, for show. Point you in the right direction. Rashana Mia coming off this bitch, respecting all that's from God, all humanoid. Don't deploy those weapons against me, boy. You have no idea, shut down already. You're too petty, I'm too heavy. The levee will break, and you don't wanna be up under the water, Aquarius. In this bitch, don't bother me, us, bust, like dust, over the crowd, cover you up, y'all, armor of God. Come down this, oh Lord, am I looking at it? I shouldn't look at it. Just close your eyes and boom, out on this track. Shauna Mir and Anunnaki, fat like that, diggable like the planets.
What's going down, everybody out there? Well, I got up this morning.
I'm looking at the clock now, man.
And I seen, well, last night, oh my man,
Do I want to go on with this? I can.
the firecrackers and whatnot was just, wow,
And leave it at that.
something else.
If I hit on points that I missed on.
But I also got up this morning and I knew I was going to see some stuff about the 4th of July.
Hold
There's a few things that was just real funny to me.
That's it, man.
Let me just turn this off and yeah, turn it down a little bit.
Hold on, man.
I seen some on Twitter last night too that was just funny as hell to me. After getting off that roof, it was a wrap for me. So every day is a certain day to me. I mean, it's like, but to hear this, and I know like people don't understand about the 4th of July. I don't really get all into it because and I'm saying that to say this. I seen something. A guy, Louis Strokes, posted something, and he was in the war, and he posted something about and I just seen this a few minutes ago when I was going to get coffee.
People did in the past. Moses left. You understand me? Speaks of seeing the round of the earth. What does that mean?
And I said, normally when people speak their mind about, freedom and what it's really all meant for and what situation we were in and yada, 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 it's almost like beating a dead horse because it's like arguing with your brother and sister. Like everybody don't see the same. Like you. So as far as that's why I stay away from political things. Like, and some people actually got to get beat over the head enough in order to know, or something got to happen to someone in their family or something like that to know how bullshit it all really is. Like we're surviving in it, but life is not supposed to be about just surviving in something. Hoping no one would bother you. Well, yeah, so-and-so got killed, but it wasn't mine. So-and-so, such and such. Everybody's always looking the other way. And he made that statement, and he was well within his rights to make a statement like that. But here's some woman come. I say this all the time. And whether it's the same ethnic group that you are or not. Here's somebody come. I don't know. I didn't even really go into it, but I was like, wow, there's a lot of comments on this. This man just spoke his mind about something that's troubling to him and how shit is bullshit. And some people don't go over there to find out what it's really all about. And you look at hell and you look at the freedom of hell. Like you can do anything you want. But hey, there's gonna be some consequences. Hey, you may be killed. You may live shorter. You look at the whole at the way this is all is set up, like. And that's just the world in general. That's just not. I don't even speak on America anymore. I really don't, because I'm so beyond that. Like really, I'm so beyond that. And you can spend the rest of your life not going to the level that you potentially should go to, fucking around with little small countries and little small areas and their politics. But we as people need to stop fighting each other and respect somebody else, each other's view. If we stated ourselves, there's no going back and forth. There's always somebody that this country or situation or hell or freeness can put in front of you to say the opposite. No, it's so and so such. And me, I was like, damn. Even though it was late, I was gonna comment. I said, no, don't let me comment, because somebody may say something, and it's not worth it. It's really not worth. The person that had something to say to what he said was small-minded. It's a small-minded person. They're not thinking of a whole scope. They're probably thinking of their situation and what they got going on. Like they haven't been devastated, to or anything. So they have the luxury of just saying some shit. Oh no, this is the greatest song. And yeah, you have other places that. Well, I'm not going to go into details about that. Where's this time at? Where are the numbers at? So it was just, it was a trip to me. And I know around these times people think, oh, I know he's going to say something political. No, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna say anything political because it's a prerequisite. People know. They also know that there's a time where things would be different. And don't go banging your fists up against the wall. Not saying that he was doing that. But when someone, see, I have the gift of shutting people up right away. They don't go back and forth. See? But then you got to worry about hurting somebody's little punk ass feelings. Like, so you're bigger than that. When you know, just know, state your case, yada, yada, yada. It saddens me that a lot of whites don't really know how fucked up things are, really, for some. And it fucks me up that you can't even state what you have been through or you're going through as a person that's still going through it without someone coming around and calling you some kind of racist or flag burner or some shit like that. And this is the way this set up. People fighting amongst each other and shit. Everyone have their own truths though. It may be true on her end. It may, it's true on his end. So, it's like beating a dead horse, trying to win a race with a dead horse. Horse is lying there and shit, and you straddle over the horse, but the horse is lying on the side, and you got the jockey sick hitting it on the ass trying to get it to win the race. Now, a horse is not even on the track, mind you. The horse is not even on the fucking track. Not even in the vicinity of the Kentucky Derby, though. You in an alley. Straddling a horse, beating it, trying to get it to win the Kentucky Derby and shit. You ain't even in the same vicinity. You ain't even in the same city that they hold the Kentucky Derby in. So so it's always a lot of arguments, and I know the powers that be and people to sit back like Jerry Springer and shit, and just be entertained by it. It is what it is, big ups. Louis Stokes, he made his comment and yada yada yada, and it is like that. And when I woke up this morning, I was like, damn, that's how it must be in them countries and shit. Like, cause I remember this morning, I said, damn, that's how it must be in them countries where war and shit is at. Cause it was just ridiculous. Like, really, it was just ridiculous. But I can tell you this, and I did make this statement while I was on the roof yesterday. And I'm gonna say it just like this. If niggas nowadays was in the time that Independence Day was declared, they wouldn't be popping no fucking firecrackers. That's that. If it was in them times, at the time that they declared Independence Day, believe me, not one of you would be popping no firecrackers. That's the truth. Because it wasn't a nigga firecracker popping time. Now, while you taking things and running with them and shit, put that in your memory bank. And that's to the white woman or whatever color she was that had the comment. Really. Anyway, yeah. Ice-T, I said I wasn't going to do this, but he tweeted something yesterday. He said this young nigga came up and said, you ain't paid like Hov. And Ice-T told him, hell, you ain't paid like Ice-T. I laughed at that shit and I put word life up there. Really, people need to stop that shit. They need to stop that shit. We all need resources, really. But that's an illusion. That's paper. That's an illusion. You need to get into gold and natural resources and shit. Like, really, people really need to get into that. But y'all keep y'all heads up to see shit coming. I guess it's early. I'm waiting for, a couple of things to open, and yeah. Be blissfully awakened. I'm out this bitch. One.